電話開始いたします。携帯電話や他の電子機械の電源を切るかマナーモードに設定してください。注意事項として、この式典は国内式であり、国家放送中はご起立お願いします。よろしくお願いいたします。
Assumption of Command Ceremony. I am Captain Lynn Uglo, your Mistress of Ceremonies for today's events.
皆様、こんにちは。お待たせしました。第319遠征偵察中隊の就任式に入籍いただきありがとうございます。本日の司会を務めさせていただきます。ユグロ隊と私、チョン・ゴジョと申します。よろしくお願いいたします。
On behalf of the 374th Operations Group and the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron, we would like to welcome you to the Assumption of Command ceremony for the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron.
第374運用軍と第319衛星偵察中隊の代表としてご来場の皆様にお礼を申し上げます。
Please stand for the entrance of the official party and remain standing for the playing of the national anthems.
執行官の入場の際および国旗掲揚、国家放送の際はご起立お願いいたします。
Present the command. Sir, 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron, all present or accounted for.
Ohayo gozaimasu. Good morning, everyone. I would like to invite you to pray with me. Good and gracious God, we ask your blessing on all of us, especially upon this squadron gathered here the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron as we celebrate the Assumption of Command ceremony here at Kanoya Air Base. The challenges of command are immense, especially during a critical time in our nation's history. The unprecedented security challenges have created an extremely volatile and stressful operational environment. It demanded diligent leadership, creative management, and energy-consuming effort. We pray for successful response and leadership of Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Blade Kelly to these challenges. As Lieutenant Colonel Kelly assumes this command, shower upon him all the grace and blessings he needs in leading this squadron. Lead and guide him in bless his family, wife Christine, and daughter Devon, who are watching us virtually. Grant his family patience with long hours, understanding with the awesome demands, and loving support with the effort required to command. Cause each member of this squadron to respond positively to his leadership and to foster that ever desirable sense of team. We ask this in your most holy name. Amen.
Thank you, Chaplain De Leon. Please be seated.
従軍目視デレオンさん、感謝いたします。会場の皆様、ご着席してください。
It is an honor for me to introduce the official party for today's event.
本日の執行官を紹介させていただきます。
The presiding official in today's ceremony, Commander, 374th Operations Group, Colonel June O. The incoming Commander, 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Kelly, and joining us remotely is his wife Christine and their daughter Devon.
第319衛星偵察中隊の新司令官アレクサンダー、そしてリモートで参加するのは奥様のクリスティンさんとお娘様のデボンさん。
I would also like to recognize our distinguished guests in the audience today.
また本日ご出席の内勤の方々を紹介させていただきます。
The Honorable Shikaharu Nakanishi, Mayor, Kanoya City.
鹿屋市市長中西。
The Chief Executive and Director General, Crisis Management and Disaster Prevention Department, Kagoshima Prefecture Government, Katsuhiro Nakashima.
鹿児島県総括危機管理防災兼危機管理防災局長長島勝弘様。
The member of Kagoshima Prefecture Assembly, Mr. Yoshiharu Horai.
鹿児島県議会議員蓬莱義治様。
The Commander, Fleet Air Wing 1, Rear Admiral Naochika Fujiwara.
第一航空軍軍司令藤原直親海将補。
The Director General, Kyushu Defense Bureau, Mr. Tetsuya Ito.
九州防衛局局長伊藤哲也様。
The Deputy Commander, United States Forces Japan, Brigadier General James B. Wellens.
在日米軍副司令官ウェロンス・ジェームス准将。
The Commander, 374th Airlift Wing, Colonel Andrew Roden.
第374空入航空団司令官ローダン・エンドル大佐。
The Command Chief, 374th Airlift Wing, Chief Master Sergeant Jerry Dunn.
第374空輸航空団チーフ指揮最上級総長ダン・ジェリー。
Finally, I would like to recognize all commanders, chiefs, first sergeants, airmen, Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force, Ministry of Defense, and family members in the audience today, especially the men and women of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron.
最後になりましたが、本日ご列席で司令官、総長、専任総長、下士官、海上
Colonel Owen will now come forward to give you his marks.
大大佐前へお進みください。
Colonel Owen will now come forward to give you his marks.
大大佐前へお進みください。
Mr. Horai, Rear Admiral Fujiwara, Mr. Ito, Brigadier General Wellens, Colonel Rodden, Chief Dunn, distinguished guests, family and friends attending virtually, and most importantly, the men and women of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron. Thank you all for making time out of your busy schedule to join us today in this momentous occasion of the standing up of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron at Kanoya Air Base. First, I want to thank our Japanese host, Honorable Nakanishi and Rear Admiral Fujiwara. Thank you for making this deployment a reality. Next, I want to thank all the family members back home supporting our airmen deployed at Kanoya. We would not be able to accomplish our mission without your support and sacrifice. With that, Christine and Devin, I know both of you are watching virtually, so I want to express my gratitude for your support and sacrifice. Thank you for holding it down at home while Alex embarks on this important command tour. Thank you. I would also like to recognize and thank the team that put this event together. I know it takes a tremendous amount of work, planning, coordination, and preparation. You made this a truly memorable event. Master Sergeant Peterson, Captain Uglo, our wing protocol, public affairs, and rest of the team, great job. To provide you a brief history, the lineage of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron dates back to the 319th Fighter Squadron that was constituted and activated in 1942 at Mitchell Field, New York. Over the years, it was inactivated, reactivated, reorganized, and redesignated multiple times. The unit was last inactivated in 1977 as the 319th Fighter Interceptor Training Squadron at Tyndall Air Force Base, Florida. Fast forward about 45 years, and we are here today on Kanoya Air Base with our Japanese allies in this historic moment where we witness the reactivation of the unit as the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron. The US-Japan alliance has been the cornerstone for regional peace and security over the last 60 years, and our partnership remains indispensable to our mutual security interests in the Indo-Pacific. This deployment will assist the US and Japan's collective interest in ensuring open access to the region and capitalizing on shared technology to overcome mutual challenges. With our commitment to a free and Indo-Pacific stronger than ever, it has never been more important to work together as we face increased security challenges. The significance of this deployment cannot be understated. Our work here, together, to serve side by side, supporting real-world requirements is groundbreaking. It is a culmination of significant hard work on both sides in exactly the kind of cooperative activity we must do to evolve the US-Japan alliance, to meet the evolving challenges of today and the future. The MQ-9s will support Japan, US, intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance priorities throughout the Indo-Pacific, enhancing our ability to respond to threats and emerging situations, and strengthening our alliance posture. Furthermore, The MQ-9s can be used to cooperatively address regional challenges such as humanitarian assistance, disaster relief, and other issues affecting the Indo-Pacific. With that, I would like to thank our Japanese allies and our host base for not only their support, particularly over the past several months since personnel began arriving here, but also for their continued support going forward. Rear Admiral Fujiwara, thank you again for your support and partnership. We are very fortunate to have the alignment in our bilateral mission set, and we look forward to enhancing our operations together. Honorable Mayor Nakanishi, our sincere gratitude to the City of Kanoya for welcoming our airmen into your community. There is a lot of history here in Kanoya. We are grateful that we can come together to write a new chapter together in this strategic location. In doing so, we are excited to be not just representative of the United States and the United States Air Force, but also your neighbors, your friends, and members of your community. Indeed, the safety of this community and our airmen is our utmost priority. I know that our airmen of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron are looking forward to being part of this great community and strengthening our relationship. As we stand up the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron and conduct the assumption of command, I can't think of a better airman to lead this squadron. Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Blade Kelly is absolutely the right leader to take the guidon and to lead this outstanding squadron. He is a seasoned MQ-9 pilot with vast experience as an instructor and evaluator. His MQ-9 expertise and leadership has been displayed across every geographical command theaters. Simply put, there is no one better suited to take this job. Blade, I am truly excited for you, and I know you'll do an exceptional job leading the 319th. Most importantly, to the men and women of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron, I am incredibly proud of each and every one of you. You represent the very best our nation has to offer. You provide the intelligence, surveillance, and reconnaissance capabilities supporting the U.S., our allies, and partners to ensure regional stability and security. And know that what you provide at the tactical level have strategic level impact in the Indo-Pacific region. I know you'll be ready to respond to any challenge at a moment's notice while continuing to strengthen our alliances. Blade, you have a group of amazing, dedicated professionals. Take care of them, lead boldly, and make it happen. Again, thank you all for joining us today. Domo arigatou gozaimasu.
Lieutenant Colonel Kelly will now assume command of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron. This ceremony is deeply rooted in military tradition and dates back to the reign of Frederick the Great of Prussia. During this period, organizational flags were developed with the color arrangements and symbols that were unique to each unit. When recognizing a new commander, the unit colors would be formally passed to the individual assuming command. All command authority and responsibility will be transferred to Lieutenant Colonel Kelly the moment he salutes Colonel O and says, "Sir, I assume command." The ceremony is performed in the presence of the members of the unit, allowing each person to observe the placing of authority with their new commander. This historic and honored tradition demonstrates the significance of the assumption of command in the finest military traditions.
何隻も続くの伝統の中で、ケリー中佐は第319衛星偵察中隊の指揮を執ることになりました。この指揮式は、フレイン戦王国のフレイ大陸対応地帯まで遡る、軍事的な伝統に深く目指したものであります。当時、各部隊の土地の配色やシンボルマークを持ち、組織機を交換されました。新しい指揮官を任命する際、部隊の旗を正式に指揮官を渡します。ケリー中佐が王大佐に敬礼し、指揮を取りますと述べた瞬間から、すべての指揮権と責任はケリー中佐に移譲されます。式典は隊員の立ち会いのもとに行われ、一人一人が新しい指揮官と受験式を見守ることとなります。 この伝統は最高の軍事をおける指揮権以上の重要性を示しています。
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the reading of the orders and the assumption of command for the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron. Attention to orders. Under the provision of AFI-51-604 and Special Order Number K-121, by direction of the President, Lieutenant Colonel Kelly is appointed Commander of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron effective 1 October 2022.
空軍司令ダッシュ51-604と大統領特別命令 K ダッシュ212の規定に基づき、ケリー中佐は2022年10月1日で第319衛星偵察中隊の司令官に任命されました。
Sir, I should command.
Ladies and gentlemen, the Commander, 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron, Lieutenant Colonel Alexander Kelly.
ご会場の皆様、第319衛星偵察中隊司令官アレキサンダー・ケリー中佐です。
Please be seated. Lieutenant Colonel Kelly will now come forward to give his remarks.
皆様ご着席ください。ケリー中佐の挨拶です。
Good morning. Ohayou gozaimasu. Thank you to everyone for coming today to celebrate this historical event and to celebrate the cooperation between our two nations to ensure a free and open Indo-Pacific. First, I would like to personally thank our distinguished guests for attending. Honorable Nakanishi, Mr. Hanamure, Mr. Nagashima, Mr. Horai, Admiral Fujiwara, Mr. Ito, Brigadier General Wellens, Colonel Rodan, Chief Dunn, as well as all the other distinguished guests and visitors today, as well as family and friends at home, and most importantly, the men and women of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron. I'm proud and honored to serve as the commander of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron. The people of Kanoya and of the Japan Maritime Self-Defense Force Base at Kanoya Air Base have been very welcoming and helpful since we have arrived. We're looking forward to be part of a local community. Know the safety of my team and this community is our utmost priority. Our service members are highly trained professionals who also regard us as such. This strategic location, combined with the MQ-9 capability, will allow the Japan-US alliance to see and monitor vast areas. This will greatly enable our joint mission set and mutual security to maintain a free and open Indo-Pacific. In an increasingly severe security environment in the region, it is vital that the Japan-US alliance continue to maintain peace so that we may all prosper. And I'm honored to lead the professional men and women in this important task that directly bolsters our mutual defense capabilities. While there's still a lot of work to be accomplished, the men and women of the 319th have accomplished much so far. Thank you for your hard work and dedication, and I look forward to serving with all of you. To my wife and daughter, still in the United States, I love you both very much and miss you greatly. Especially to my daughter, I know you may not understand why I'm gone for so long, but just know that Daddy's work is important, and that I'll come home when the job's done. Thank you all for coming.
Lieutenant Colonel Kelly will now receive his first salute from the men and women of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron.
ケリー中佐は
Thank you, Lieutenant Colonel Kelly. The men and women of the 319th Expeditionary Reconnaissance Squadron welcome you.
ケリー中佐ありがとうございます。第319衛星偵察中隊第一度あなたを歓迎します。
Ladies and gentlemen, please stand for the playing of the Air Force song and departure of the official party.
ご来場の皆様、空軍化援助と執行官退場のためご起立ください。
We thank you for attending and would like you to join us for the reception in the back of the hangar.
以上で本日の式典で終了いたします。大大さんの代わりに皆さんご出席感謝いたします。この後、格納庫の後方でレセプションを行います。ぜひご参加ください。